Hey guys. All right. So I just want to welcome you to this weekly live stream. I'm extremely excited to have you here. My name is Rachel Feldman. Give me just a second so I can. All right, perfect. Give me just a second. I just need to grab my phone so I can take a look at some of the comments. I'm just going to give a few minutes to let everyone come on. You know, it's that beginning time of any live stream. I just want to make sure that everyone is coming on because this is a really important topic. I'm going to have my phone right here, so please feel free to ask any questions. I felt that it was really important. Sorry, I have a little sniffle. Felt that it was really important to talk about this subject because there has just been so much talk since that link was shared from the health coach in Michigan. And I want to have an open and real talk. I've been doing this in my Facebook forums. So if you have not joined my free Facebook forum, please do. There was an amazing thread and conversation that we had the other day. And one of my great friends, an amazing entrepreneur, health coach, and lawyer, Lisa Fraley, was also tagging in to talk to you about those contracts that you really need to have on your site. She was also tagging in, talking about, the disclaimers, the terms and conditions, the privacy policies, everything. But I want to back up and talk to you about my business. I had moved from a green state to a red state. Unbeknownst to me in the beginning of my career, I found out that there were certain things I could not say. Now, the tough thing about this, guys, is there is not a lot of information. I was very fortunate that I had a good friend that also moved to a red state and had gotten a cease and desist. So this is, I wouldn't say like common every day, although I don't get, sometimes I get a lot of personal messages. I get emails from coaches when they are either in trouble or they don't know what to do, or maybe they don't know like if they can coach in a certain way. But at that time was pretty early in my business, about 2.5 years. And she had the word meal plan and nutrition on her site. She contacted me and said, Rach, this is crazy. Like, I cannot believe it. Not only that, she was upset because she had no intention of ever, and none of us do. You don't want to not do something that you shouldn't do. So she didn't know that the information at nutritionadvocacy.org was available. She didn't know that there were yellow states, orange, red, and green. We had moved from a green state, and we had both moved to a red state. So what I want to tell you is what I needed to do. At that time, we immediately got on the phone with my Department of Health in Florida. With my Department of Health, I contacted them. Of course, I was rerouted many times, but I was committed because I knew that one, I didn't want my business to get shut down. I wanted to also find out what I could and could not say. So I was able to get in touch with them. I was able to find out what a health coach is permitted to do, but there was nowhere that it said what you cannot. So as I started to just dig deeper, I realized that you cannot give nutritional advice. What does that mean? So let's talk first about what a health coach does. A health coach educates. A health coach does not tell people to count calories. A health coach does not give nutritional advice. A health coach educates. A health coach talks about lifestyle changes. The reason that at that time also in my business that I reached out and formed amazing relationships with doctors, chiropractors, acupuncturists, integrative doctors is if somebody came to me, and many of you are just like me, you're not getting clients coming to you and saying, I want to add superfoods. You are getting clients because we're in today's world where there are so many autoimmune, so many itis, so many thyroid, food allergies, kids' health, spectrum, autism. We are in the age of sickness, even though we are in the age of information. So what I started to do in my one-on-one practice is I worked with people on their lifestyle habits. If somebody said to me, and this is what the Department of Health said to me, somebody says to you, here, I'm eating a granola bar and it's X amount of sugars. Should I not eat that? That is where you are giving nutritional advice, because you are not there to tell how many sugars, how many calories, how many points, how much fat, how much protein. When I partnered with gyms, and I even said, can I educate people? So when I worked in groups and I was working, in collaboration with a gym, somebody would say always, how many calories do I need? And I would say, I actually don't know. I know people who thrive as fruitarians, paleo, primal, raw, ketogenic. This is for you and my fitness pal to figure out, or for you and one of these amazing trainers here, or for you to talk to your doctor. Because it's not for me to tell you how many calories, because that is not what I was educated to do. Now, in a red state also, there are things you do not want to say. So I encourage you to go onto your site. Nutrition, diet, heal, cure. Those are making claims. No one should be saying that. Really. When we say this will heal you, you're making a claim. Do you really know that? So I want you to really think not just about safety. I want you to think about the safety of your client and your potential client. When we work in collaboration, it's a big thing. When we work in collaboration or we partner, and it doesn't just mean that you're partnering with that doctor and working under them, or you're partnering with the chiropractor. If you really want that partnership, then they employ you, and then you are actually working under them in their office. And so they are overseeing what you are doing. I also encourage coaches who are in a red and a yellow or an orange state, but especially a red. Workshops are wonderful, educational. Remember, we're here to talk about, hey, this is what I did. This is what got me better. I'm going to educate you. That's why even the programs that I write, you will see, and coaches always ask me, do you have nutritional facts? No. Do you have calories in there? No. Do you tell people how much fat to eat? No. And you will also see when I talk, I will even say, per the work of Mark Hyman, per the work of Frank Lippman, per the work of Anne Louise Gittleman, per the work of Reed Davis, per the work of Paul Pitchford, per the work of Liz Lipsky. I will always go back to, where is this work stated from? So when I found this out, I had not been using words. I just thought, they're words. So I actually went and I did meet, I have a family of lawyers, and I did actually sit down and I sat also with Lisa Fraley. I had a disclaimer. So you need to have a disclaimer. You need to have a client contract. If somebody's not willing to sign a client contract, one, you don't want them to be a client, but two, you need them to sign that. That's why health history is before you sign up somebody. No, don't do that in any state, because that is a liability factor, number one. But two, you want to have that client relationship. Here, if you cancel, if you don't give me 24 notice, but also, hey, they need to know I am not acting as a doctor nutritionist. I am not acting as a registered, as an RD. Like, you need to state, it needs to be very clear to people. What is your role? So I encourage coaches always, even in a red state, really to, work in groups, work in collaboration. You cannot do meal plans. So if you're doing them, please stop. Or, check out your site. Where do you say diet, meal plan? Where do you say nutrition? These are words. And the part that I want you to really think about, and I've always had to really look at this, is, if somebody has gone through that schooling and that is what their degree is, then you are not permitted to do that. So I want you to really think, if the person who is the nutritionist and the registered RD is permitted, and this is by state, remember. And even though there's amazing work that the Institute for Integrative Nutrition is doing in Washington and lobbyists and Joshua Rosenthal, you have to protect your business. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I went through every YouTube video. I went through every blog. Second is, if you're selling essential oils or products or supplements or anything, know your state laws. You are not permitted in a red state to sell supplements. In a red state, don't call yourself, and even in the essential oil world, unless you are a certified aromatherapist, you are a wellness advocate. You are not a consultant. Also check with medical advices. There are a lot of medical advices that come for essential oils or body scans or all these different equipments. Make sure that you are permitted to do that. I've heard from many that you are not. So please make sure what you are doing, that you're being safe. And this is not to say that the FDA is bad. This is not to say that anyone is wrong, because nobody is. This is about protecting people. And it's about you being safe just in what you're doing. Have a disclaimer on everything. Make sure you have those client contracts. Make sure that if you are doing a group, to even say before someone starts your group, hey guys, you know what? I want to protect you. I want us to have a beautiful relationship. Before you begin this program with me, I'm going to be sending out this form. You could send that through EchoSign. You can send that. Have someone sign it. They're doing a group program with you. They're getting educated and empowered. E&E, educated and empowered. If you feel that somebody needs to have supplementation, testing, anything, then you go and you collaborate with somebody. So let me just check some of the comments. Again, this is not to scare the living bejeez out of you. This is to just empower you to make sure that you are protecting yourself. If you are in another country, check within either Providence or within your country to see what you are permitted to say. There are many countries that don't allow you to say certain verbiage. There are many countries that you need to have certain certificates, certain everything. Make sure that you know your laws. And last but not least is take this weekend, take today to scan your site. Take today to, again, look at your blogs, look at your YouTube videos, and think also about your one-on-one sessions. Are you stepping out of, what a health coach shouldn't say? And the way that you really want to make sure that you're working with people is that you're educating them with valuable information. When I coached, and I had a lot of people who came to me with massive health issues, I would always say, this is the work of this person. This is the work of this person. What do you feel is right for you? Because this is a relationship together. And then I would bring in and put together a team of people. If you need to collaborate with people, it doesn't mean you don't know something. It means that you actually have such massive humility that I guarantee you will have people coming back to you. So just remember that you want to be safe, you want to be smart, and you want to protect yourself. Those legal templates are really important. Terms and conditions, disclaimer. And also, if you go to my site at rachelafeldman.com, you will see a little disclaimer on the front. Please feel free to take that little disclaimer and do the same on your website. It's a very visible, like, this person's not a nutritionist, this person, unless that is your degree. Second is to make sure that when you are talking, or you're speaking to somebody, make sure again that you're not saying things that are outside of what a health coach is permitted to say. And this is not, again, to scare you. There is so much opportunity out there, guys. Shopping tours and cooking classes and workshops and, educational groups for you to thrive in your business. But know your laws and know your state laws. And if you have questions, please come to our free group. We are here to support you. We are here to help you know what you can and what you can. And if you've gone to an extra school with certifications, reach out to that school and ask them for their law department what is permitted and what is not. Make sure that you are safe from, what you know from the school that you graduated from, certificates and everything, so that you can run your practice with love, run your practice with safety, and also keep your clients, safe in their own, exchange with you. Does anyone have any questions? Let me just see. No? I would say last but not least, which is one of my favorite lines, if you are running a group program and you are like, I don't know, should I do this? Remember, your job is to help people change their habits. I can't tell you how many of you drop like a 1 or a yes in the comments if you're watching this live on Facebook, had such a major shift in your life when you did change your mindset about your health. When you put in the most simple practices into your life, because how many of us are like in massive fight and flight? And I wouldn't say that fixes every health issue. We know that. I know that, from having Lyme and ulcerative colitis and a myriad of other health issues. That's why I went and still do go to the people who I need to. I'm not going to prescribe myself Chinese herbs. I'm not going to, prescribe myself things that are, possibly out of even my own comfort zone. A person had asked me at Hippocrates, have you ever put somebody, just in the book Healing with Whole Foods by Paul Pitchford, which was the first book that changed my life, because if I didn't buy that book, I would have been really, really sick and felt disempowered. There are a number of different protocols. And somebody had asked me, have you ever put somebody on that? And I was like, nope. I said, people have actually come to me and said, I've seen this protocol, I've seen this, and drop a 2 if this is the case for you. Our clients are so smart. They read books. They sometimes even know more than us, because they're reading everything. They're watching the, TV if there's something. They're even attending summits. So when people would come to me, I would say, I do know about that, but you also have to decide for you. I'm not here to tell someone what to do. It's the same thing with essential oils. Me, I teach essential oils very different than people. I don't say, this is what you need to do. I teach people intuitive oils. And that puts the power back into somebody's hands. That's what a health coach is. A health coach is about empowerment being put back in somebody's hands. It's such a beautiful exchange. So in the beginning stages, it's real easy to get scared. It's like easy to be like, I need to give this person everything. I've been there. We think that's going to work, but it doesn't. True power comes when you show people, okay, this is a great book. I can't tell you how many people, when they were my clients, I would give them a book. I would, tell them, this is the book I think is great. That is by Alejandro Younger. That is by Anne-Louise Gittleman. This book is by Mark Hyman. I can't know everything, but I can also be there, and I can suggest and make suggestions based on on how I changed my lifestyle, how I changed my mindset. I can also, give a guide that educates. I can give, yummy, healthy recipes, not meal plans, yummy, healthy recipes that they can go and just take for themselves into their life and make their empowered decision. Remember, nobody has the blueprint. The blueprint at the end of the day is to teach somebody how to ebb and flow, how to dance with their own health. That's why I attended 4 different detox schools. And I would love to go to about 40 more because we are so different. I know more fruitarians, I've said this even, more raw, more, raw till 4 or paleo ketogenic, and there's 90 more different ways to eat. And is it for me to tell you? No, it's for me to give you the tools and for you to test it out and say, wow, I felt so great when I was eating this. That is the beauty. The client has this aha moment. And so much of it happens by changes that are so simple. Let me just see what anyone said. If you feel that this is really helpful, guys, please share this. Please feel free to share, invite. Okay, Jamie's saying, does that also include, hold on, I'm just going to put my phone here, Jamie, so I'm not. Does that also include health coaching via online and working with clients that are in a different state? Yes, you are guided by your own state. So I really encourage you. In a group, I like to, and I know that you can feel, and trust me, I always talk about the fear issues. You can be like, so scary. I've just had this person join me for this beautiful journey, and I'm asking them to sign a contract. But you know what? How often have you hired somebody and then you have a contract? So what you're saying to that person is, look, I'm asking you to take full responsibility of your life. And I'm asking you to check with your doctor to see if this is right with you, because you've joined this group program. You can even have the form at your checkout. You can, if you want, give people the materials, but before they even enter that group with you, they do not get access to your Facebook forum. They do not get access to working with you or get the kickoff calls or anything before they sign that. You can also, at the checkout cart, whether you use Sam Cart, whether you use WooCommerce, Stripe, PayPal, anything, you can make sure and say, upon checking out, you have agreed to the terms, the conditions on my site at You have also acknowledged by checking this box that I am not a doctor, registered dietitian, this. I am not making claims. I am not diagnosing you. I am not curing you. I am here to educate, empower, give you tools, yummy recipes, and support you in a lifestyle journey. Does that wording sound great for everyone? Dawn is saying, where are the disclaimers? I can also pop in Lisa Fraley's disclaimers. I can pop it in right after this. So I do encourage you to look at those and think about your business. Again, if you're in California, you need a privacy policy. You are in violation if you do not have a privacy policy on your site as well. Hey, Kelly. Mia. Mia, I got such mad love for you, girl. I wish you moved to Florida, but hey, Suzanne, thanks for joining. So nice to see you. And Jamie, please, guys, if you are in the free group, many of you I see are, we will be continuing this conversation. I also did have a powwow with Lisa Fraley this morning. We will be doing a webinar also exactly on this topic. I will not be, shutting down on this topic. And again, this is not to scare you. I hate fear factor marketing. It worked and it was theming about 3 years ago. Seems to be coming back into play. My goal is not to fear factor you, to buy something from me or make you scared even about building your business. It's to empower you and to tell you to look on your site, blogs, your videos, because it's not like the state is out there looking for people. It's that somebody most often feels that you are violating. and again, like this has to come down to you. You have to be empowered just like you're empowering your client. So I do suggest in red states to, do a lot of group coaching, to collaborate with a doctor or an acupuncturist, or see if you can actually work under them. They employ you so that you are working one-on-one with them. And also to make sure all your contracts, that health history needs to be in the trash can. Boop, psh, trash can. Because that is not a health history. When you're sitting there going over, if a client says to you, let's just take this through. If a client says like, am I eating enough protein? That is what a registered dietitian and nutritionist, not you. That's not for you. I know how much protein. I played around with it. I know that when I don't get enough protein, I am crazy. And also I start to lose muscle and I'm back in the gym and I don't want to lose muscle. I want to gain muscle. But if I say to somebody, you know what, you should eat this, again, that's going. Now, what I have found always to be helpful is, if somebody says, what should my vitamin D be? I say, 1, check with your doctor. But 2, here is a link from Dr. Mercola. See what feels right. I did that forever because I was nervous and I was scared that I was going to do something or say something that put me out into the world of not what a coach should do. This is important because this is about you being safe in your business, but also about why not just share? Why we recreate the wheel? It's like the done for you programs are really nice. And the way that I write them, and the reason that I can't tell you how many coaches say, why don't you have nutrition facts? Why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? There's a reason I don't have that. There's a reason that there's so much education. So even if you took the done for you programs and you turned it into a course, I always say, take even the sugar program, put it into chapter by chapter by chapter. You're educating, which is why in the sugar program, it even says, if you need to go speak to your doctor and, get these testing, like it's education. We're not sitting there diagnosing any of that. So if you guys have more questions, please take it over to our free group. I will be sharing this video into our free group as well. And don't forget to look at the original sign-up page on the success page where you got your downloads for your free guests, 99 images, and a freebie. That is why I'm putting the replays for here. So remember, no disempowerment. It's not like, oh crap. It's not a scare thing. It's to empower you to just know what you need to do to keep your business safe. That's really it. It's really in a nutshell. So I love you all. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being on this journey. Thank you for being a health coach. Thank you for making a change in this world. Like I said, we are in the age of information, and yet we're in the age of sickness. And it comes down to all of us, really making sure that what we're doing is making a huge change in this world, emotionally, spiritually, physically. So don't think that you have to stop what you're doing. Just have to be smart about what you're doing and work within what you can and cannot do as a health coach in the state that you are in. So it's been a pleasure to be with you. I hope that you have a delicious and glorious, awesome Friday, and step into your truth. Be you. Don't be anybody else. I always say this. You can download blueprints. You can listen to all of us, myself, any business coach or entrepreneur out there. But at the end of the day, your business, you are going to get hired because of your story, the clarity on your niche, the self-confidence you have about yourself. And remember that the journey that somebody else needs to go on with you is really the journey. It took me a long time to do this for myself. It's the journey to really change how our mind operates. When our mind truly changes, everything about us changes. Our life, our body, our money flows, abundance, our sex drive, our hormones change, everything. It's really phenomenal. So I'm not telling you to just focus on mindset, but I'm telling you to remember the basics. You know, we think that somebody's not going to hire us, but remember the basics. It's really pretty revolutionary. So with that being said, I love you all. Rock it out. Get going on your work for this weekend. If you're standing on the sideline, if you're hiding behind a computer, don't, because again, the world needs you. Never forget to check our free tools at rachelafeldman.com and our free events. We have some really amazing, cool stuff coming. And don't forget to be opening up our newsletters. We are in the gift of giving. I have looked at what's been happening in this world between natural disasters and just emotional toxicity and fear and stuff like that. And I remember the days of starting my business. Sometimes we just need a little extra stuff. So our emails, our newsletters are now packed with free gifts. It's going to be how-tos on everything. So remember, be a part of a great community, find your tribe, and show up for the party. And if the party is not there, go and create it. I will see you guys later. Have an epic one. Peace out. Again, my name is Rachel Feldman, and I help coaches strategically to build businesses from the ground up, online and offline, and to really find where you thrive. Which means if it's not in the online space, use that to build your authority, but work offline and vice versa. It's been a pleasure to be with you guys here. Again, share this if you feel that somebody needs to hear this, tag under any questions. And it has been an honor. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you. I love all of you from my heart, from my soul. And I can't wait to just, see what this year brings, next year, and the many years after for this world, because it comes down to all of us uniting as one. See you guys later.